Do not worry, we will pay.
After PhilHealth partially settled at least half of its debt to Philippine Red Cross about 2 weeks ago, the Red Cross immediately resumed testing returning Filipinos courtesy of the state health insurer. But in his recent address, the president seems to have shared his thoughts on the issue as Health Secretary Francisco Duque talked about the impact of PRC's move.
We initially projected na bababa ng at least 20% ang ating total testing capacity. Ang pag-distribute ng test sa 11 laboratories ay nakatulong para makabawi doon sa hindi po na-test dahil po sa pagsara o paghinto ng PRC. Ngunit nabayaran na po ang PRC at nagbukas na po silang muli, kaya patuloy na po ang kanilang pagsusuri ng mga swab specimen.
Kang pera.
PRC Chairman and Senator Richard Gordon shrugs off the president's remark but denies they are greedy for money.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Sinasabi ko lang, I will focus more intensely on the problem at hand.
Aside from PRC's partial suspension of testing, Duque tells the president the observance of Ondas and the impact of Super Typhoon Rolly also affected testing. These delayed the submission of reports by some labs that led to recent lower number of reported cases. 30 laboratories have suspended operations for these reasons. But Duque said the implementation of minimum health protocols also played a major part. Meanwhile, the president identified people from the Customs Bureau and PhilHealth who are allegedly involved in graft and corruption. Most of them have been dismissed or are already suspended. The president warns more heads will roll, this time from the Public Works and Highways Department. Mr. Duterte wants to run after those involved in so-called ghost projects and other sources of corruption. He laments poorly constructed comfort rooms where toilet seats were installed with no partitions per cubicle. The president wants to revisit this case and other incidents of ghost projects.
I'd like to remind anybody sa DPWH who has had a participation there, being investigator or connected with the construction, you better, you report to me. Tanungin ko kayo kung paano ako magdumi kung ganito na para kaming classmate, seatmate kami ng kalukuhang kabastusan talaga. For the longest time, wala masyadong investigation dyan. Pero kayong may kasalanan dyan sa mga ganon, I advise you to resign now.
Mr. Duterte also identified road right-of-way projects as another major source of corruption in the agency. He particularly wants a review of a controversial case in Cotabato. With all these, the president says the Sandigan Bayan will be kept busy hearing cases as he reiterates his vow to fight corruption before his term ends. Trisha Trada, CNN Philippines.